How's everyone doing today? Shankar Puri here. And we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin price like we do always, but as well as altcoins. Looks like things can be heating up and we may be in for a nice next couple of months. So please remember that I'm not a financial advisor. All this information that I share with you is just for entertainment purposes only. And if you find this information informative and helpful for yourself, please like, share, comment, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can get this information out to more individuals so they know how to navigate this crypto and Bitcoin market. So without further ado, let's dive right into the charts. All right, guys, so we have Bitcoin here. So I brought up this chart first because we're currently above this resistance zone, right? So it was a big zone from last year and we're currently above it. Mind you, we are in a bit of a pullback. So let's zoom in onto the 15-minute chart here. So we have gotten a bounce. But we do still have a lot of work to do. I'm really eyeing this yellow line here. So this yellow trend line. And like I said, this yellow trend line is all the way back from last year when we had the crash in March. So we need to get above this trend line for us to really say, okay, we're full out bullish. If we come up, retest, and take off. So that's what we're aiming for right now, and that's what we're looking at. Okay. Currently, the price action is looking good. It is looking good, but we aren't out of the woods yet. We still don't have a lot of, even though this was a retest and we're bouncing up, we don't have a crazy amount of volume. Mind you, it's Monday, so maybe we'll get some volume coming in the afternoon. The fact we're maintaining over 40k is a good sign, but there's really not much volume on these moves right now. So we would like some volume like that was shown over here when we broke up. That would be great. So yeah, we're just watching the volume things. We still have some resistance to get over. So while the price is looking a bit better, we still aren't fully out of the woods. So now let's go to our Wyckoff accumulation chart here. So like I said, we are still anticipating the next leg up and the final wave 5 of this market. So right now we do need to cross, and it's similar to the white line, about 44 and a half. This pattern here is probably even in line with the yellow trend line. So let's see here. Yeah, so the yellow trend line on the other chart. So I just redrew it here. I'll make it yellow for you guys. Yeah, so it is relatively around the same price. So 40, this is 44 now. If we cross over today, it'd be about 44,200. I'm looking for 44 and a half just to be on the safe side. All right. So also let's look at the S&P 500. The S&P has definitely had a great rally on last week, breaking out of this bull flag, and we had great volume confirming the breakout. If we zoom in here, we should get some type of pullback. And actually, if we zoom in onto the 15-minute, we did pull back to the support zone right here, the support line, which was created over here from the price action previous. So, we may actually we may consolidate for a little bit in the zones before we make another leg higher, because we did have a great rally. I think that was Friday, 16, 17, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So from Wednesday to Friday, we had a great rally. So we may consolidate for a couple days. So we may even come up here and do a little consolidation before a next leg higher. All right, because this was a pretty intense rally that we had. Or we can come up, come down, and then head up. So don't be nervous if we do have a bit of of a pullback, because we did have a good day. Now, what's important on the S&P 500? Let me just go to another chart so you guys can see this. Is the 200-day moving average. So the 200-day moving average, right there in blue, is we need to make sure that when we close, we don't get a rejection. So we don't necessarily have to cross over today, but we don't want a red bearish engulfing candle that would take us even lower, right? And then there's a high chance, we could start using the moving average as a resistance. And when we start using that moving average as a resistance, then there's a high probability we're entering a bear market. So we want to be cognizant of the fact that the rally was great, targets are up here, so this is gonna be around the higher high. If we cross over the 200 and we have a strong move above the 200-day moving average, that's a good sign for us to know that we have this melt up in play. And I still believe we have one last melt up before the crash, the final melt up in the market. And then you could also see with Bitcoin here, the BLX, that if we zoom out, that if we take Bitcoin from the beginning of the bottom of the bear market in 2018, this is the Elliott wave theory. So it's impulse wave. So you have one impulse, corrective wave, third impulse, corrective, and then the fifth. So the third is always bigger than the first and the fifth, but the fifth is more violent but shorter. So we could have this last corrective wave. I mean, based on this theory, we are still anticipating the last corrective wave, and it does look, pretty good. Like the Elliott wave is looking nice, and we always want to remember that bear markets don't start when most people are thinking a bear market's going to start. Most of the time, liquidity is dragged into the market, so individuals can start exiting. And right now, we don't have. There's the market cap for all the cryptocurrency is still lower than it was last year's summertime. So there's a lot of people who have left the market, and even this rally from July of summer up to November, a lot of coins went crazy, but at the same time, not that much more liquidity came in as it was just money leaving one industry like DeFi into NFTs. So you want to be cognizant of that as well. So the TLT just literally dropping off a cliff. Like it keeps decreasing. We do have, again, this bullish divergence here. So I am anticipating a bounce at some point, maybe up to 135, and then a further rejection down. But we do have a bearish, bullish divergence here, so we want to be cognizant of that as well. So let's go to the USDT. So remember, the USDT dominance, and I'll overlay it here again quick, is inversely correlated with Bitcoin, right? Look at that. Literally the exact opposite. So when the dominance goes down, Bitcoin goes up. When the dominance goes up, Bitcoin goes down. And every time we've hit this top here, this resistance, and we break down, Bitcoin goes on a massive rally. So we are breaking down here, and I would like to point out that we are, if we zoom in on the hour chart, or even the daily, let's zoom out onto the daily chart. So we were in this bullish structure. So I did say if we break up from it, it would be bad for Bitcoin, but we had this bearish divergence here, and we're currently having a bearish retest of this trend line. So the probability is looking higher that this is going to just come crashing down, while Bitcoin, will be inversely doing the opposite. So this is something we're paying attention to, and it's looking good. It's looking good for the bulls, and it's looking good for altcoins and Bitcoin as a whole. So total 3, guys. Total 3 is looking wonderful. Things look like they're shaping up for a parabolic rally for altcoins and Bitcoin. We've broken out of this bull flag. Things are really looking like, you know, we're gonna start making maybe higher highs into the last leg of this market, and it's gonna be a violent move to the upside. We also have the Bitcoin dominance. We also have the Bitcoin dominance just dropping, and we had a bearish divergence here. So we had a bearish divergence here, and we had this trend line here that I said I didn't think we'd have enough juice to get all the way up to the top here. We didn't, and we're crashing down right now. We're gonna be touching the 200-day moving average, and there's a good likelihood we may just come underneath that and just come down to this zone right here. And this support zone is very important. Not only is it support for here in this rally that this bull market, but it was in 2017 and 2018 where we bounced from this zone and the bull market was over. So there's a extreme significance of this zone that if we come underneath, we may have a crazy alt season, you know, and even all the way from here to here and then retesting down, that would be, you know, the alts would have a massive rally. So things are looking great on that end. Let's go to Bitcoin versus ETH, or ETH versus BTC. So ETH versus BTC, like I said, whenever Ethereum is doing well against BTC, altcoins normally benefit from that as well. It's a good indication for us. And right now, ETH against BTC has broken out of this trend line here. It has, here, let me just bold this a bit. It was in a bullish pennant. It faked out to the upside, faked out to the downside over here, and now we're back in this pattern. Normally the fake out, when you fake out to the bottom, there's a high probability that now we're gonna break up to the upside. So things are looking good. We're looking strong. Things are aligning for these altcoins, and you can see a lot of these altcoins have bottomed out, are breaking their trend lines, are moving higher. Like, even let's look at waves. Waves just went parabolic, just straight up the wall. It was at $8. Now it's at 32. That's a 300% gain from February to now, right? Let's look at Rune. Rune was, I was about to actually get into a trade with it, but just decided not to, and it went from $3 and now we're at $8, right? So these coins are starting to already move parabolically, and you can see on all these charts, they've bottomed out. They've reached it. They've seen their bottom from August of 2021, where they bottom, and they're starting their final leg. A lot of these are starting their final leg up, right? So and another indication is the DeFi perp. So this is a 125 top 125 DeFi coins, and it has broken out of this bull flag, right? So it has bottomed out, found its bottom, and now we're breaking out. And you can see this is a double bottom here, W pattern, and we've broken out here. May come back for a little pullback, but we're looking for higher prices. So the altcoins are looking amazing, guys. They're looking like, you know, we may have this final rally, and it has started for some altcoins already. So just pay attention, remember to take profits on the way up. And that's all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share, and tune in next time so you can see where we're headed and where Bitcoin and the altcoin market will be going, so you can capitalize on the market on a day to week basis. Remember, cryptocurrency is not going anywhere, and it's getting bigger and bigger as the days go on. So you want to prepare and equip yourself so you have the proper tools and guidance to make sure that you can stay on top and keep profiting and stay in the game. Thank you so much. Take care.